Hi there. Yeah, this is the first time I've beaten chess.com level 22. That's Grandmaster 2600. Uh, Very tough game. I think it was about 110 moves. Anyway, let's play through this. I start off with a king pawn, as usual. Then open up with some horses and bishops. Just trying to get pieces out. Okay, it's a little bit different from my normal opening. Black is very aggressive here, attacking non-stop, so I'm just going to try and prevent that bishop hitting my horse, pushing that pawn forward. Okay, so my horse is not in a good position there because he's controlling the center very well, extremely well. So my job now is just to get my pieces more into the middle. Just castle for safety. Okay, alright, now I've opened up some of these black squares for the bishop here. I eventually want to control as many squares as possible with my bishops. Okay, so that's not bad. It's not great, but I can see it's a little bit congested here on the left-hand side. Trying to make a doubled-up pawn here if I take that horse. And then now I got a pretty decent pawn structure here. And now my black bishop has now the ability to control all these diagonals, which is good. Alright, so that's not bad. He still has a lot of control over the center. And my horse here is not doing very much. So I'm going to try and position my pieces to give them a bit more freedom. Okay, now this is a very aggressive move here. He's opened up this file. I could have taken it with this pawn, but then this king would have very few pawns to defend it. So I'm going to take it with this pawn, just to make a pretty good barrier, a little pawn structure here. So I take it with that queen pawn. This is a dangerous pawn right here, so I'll stop its advance by doing this, blocking it there. Okay, so it's not a bad structure right now. I have pretty good control over these diagonals with that black bishop, and that bishop is stopping the advance of this really dangerous pawn. Okay, so now basically I want to get my other horse into the action. It's been sitting there doing nothing. Horses on the edge are not too good. Alright, now this horse is now threatening my bishop. Just going to get my king into a bit of safety there. He definitely took my bishop, that's fine. Okay. He was basically trying to advance this pawn. Okay. Now this horse is going to the action. Okay, so he's going to try to attack this pawn and move his queen on closer to the king. So what I'm doing here is now just do a little attack on his bishop just to back him off. The bishop there backs off. Okay, so that's not too bad. The computer, the black player still has very good control over the center of the board. Okay, now this is a danger. This horse wants to destroy my back pawns, my back defending pawn here. So It's still protected by this horse, but I think that horse needs to sort of die soon. I just backed off my bishop. It's a bit of a dancing game. Alright, now this little pawn here is a problem. Let's get him out of the way, because he's on a pretty good file there, like an open file, ready to march in there. I'll just get rid of that horse. Alright, now, it's not too bad. I've opened up a bit of freedom here on this file here. This pawn can advance. Allows an opportunity for this castle to move around a lot more. Okay. Takes, I take. Okay. Now, I can see this is going to be a problem because he's got a lot of power along this file. And he can easily sacrifice his bishop to weaken up my defenses. So, I'm going to back up this pawn and this pawn with that one move of the horse, and let this horse just sit there defending. The king's fairly safe for now. And now what I'm going to do is move up all my other pieces and attack from this left side, because this part of the board is quite weak for him, for the computer. Okay, not too bad. Alright, so this is quite good for me at the moment, because I've got a lot of freedom now on the left side. Okay, he puts me in check. I just back off. Alright, now my goal here is to get this horse sitting on this square here so I control most of the center. This is a perfect position for that horse. So, I will just dance around. Okay, that horse is protected by this rook, no problem. I just want that horse exactly on that square. Now I'm in a good position because this horse controls a lot of squares here around the center. This is a great position, even here. So it kind of limits the attack of the computer. Here we go. Now what I'm going to do is move my rooks into the action. So I got these two files all to myself. I can exert a lot of power here. Alright. Now my goal here is to put a lot of pressure on the queen here. So I'm just moving my rooks into place just to see what I can do. Okay, nothing too exciting happening here right now. I'm just trying to put pressure on this bishop here. Okay, takes off the pressure. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just move my pieces around a little bit and see if I can apply a lot of pressure on one piece. Alright, so here I have this bishop pinned against this queen, which is a good position. And what I'm going to do is put more pressure on that bishop. Okay, so that bishop is now in a bit of trouble here. He's going to protect that with his own rook. Okay, I'm going to put extra pressure on that bishop. So there's now three pieces attacking that one square, pinned against the bishop's pinned against the queen. Alright, so I put a lot of pressure on that one square. And I don't know what he did. I think he should have sort of moved the queen out of danger. I think that would have been a smarter move than keep the king. I'll keep the queen there. It would have been better if the computer moved the queen out of the pin, out of the position there. So at this position right now, I'm kind of like 3 points ahead. I'm one piece ahead, one minor piece ahead. Alright, now that's a bit of a strange move for me, but I put the rook under pressure if he takes my rook. Okay, so this is the critical part of the game. I did a discovered attack on the queen, so you got This queen in danger. He's gonna move the queen now. He's not gonna take that because the queen's in danger. And then I can also kill that castle on the next move. So that was one of the better moves I made. One of the best moves here in the game. So he saves his queen. He just does everything to save his queen. Then I get out check. He takes my horse. Maybe that was a bad move. Because I still lost my, I think that was my mistake. I still lost my piece. So now the game got even again. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Alright, so I made a stupid mistake. Small mistake. So I lost my 3-point lead. Okay, let's put more pressure on this piece here. This bishop. So what I'm doing is just putting a lot of pressure on one square at a time. So here we go. Let's put a lot of pressure on that bishop now. Okay, so he's backing it up. So the computer's being very defensive. Alright. Pushing it up. That's fine. Alright. Now, I want to advance this pawn to try and get it promoted. Okay. Now the queen's moving in to threaten my castle. I want to trade castles. He doesn't trade. I take it anyway. King moves into action. Check. Alright, and then what I'm going to do, he's going to take my castle, but it's okay. I'm going to promote. I take his queen. This is not bad. I still have the power of the queen against the castle and a bishop, which is still okay. The queen's still a little bit more mobile in this situation. And now I can move my horse into the play. So right now it's just wearing down the computer. I made a pretty bad move before losing that horse, but anyway. Okay, I'm putting pressure on that bishop. I'm going to try and take that bishop. No, doesn't take it. So, again, I want to try and put my horse on the square. This is my lucky square. So I can fork castle and bishop. He sees it. He backs off. Okay. Horse is in a pretty good position. Just get myself out of danger there. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is put a lot of pressure on that bishop. There we go. And we will protect that bishop. Doesn't matter, I'll take it anyway. I'm thinking of taking this because it's defended by the bishop. So when the bishop's gone, boom, he takes, I take. Now I'm just cleaning up his pawns. So right now I'm ahead a lot. Got a few pawns here, cleaning it up, cleaning it up, cleaning it up. Now one castle versus a queen is not really a challenge. Well, I can just advance my pawns and it's almost game over. Okay, so it's just advancing the pawns, getting rid of that castle. Boom. Okay, and this is just a queen march. Straightforward queen march. There we go. Oh, that was a tough game. 107 moves, level 2600 for Grandmaster level 22, I think. Yeah. Alright. So, thank you very much. Take care.